Now here is Holiday. Tatum. And that one is hammered home.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Maybe connects with the win. And back to the Celtics in the attack. You knew it was going to be hard for them to keep winning the division with all the talent, Steve, that has come into it within the last couple of years.
Well, it was a great 5-year run for Boston in terms of winning the Atlantic. But with the up-and-coming teams in New York and Brooklyn, all of a sudden Boston is looking ahead, looking above them to the other teams in the division. And now it's time to make another push, another rebuilding job, and get back on top.
And so it's New York with it after the missed three from White. Here's Brunson. Gets it to go.
And that's one way he can finish, but it's not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
And so it's Boston with it. I'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Doris?
Going into this game and scouting the opposition, he told me he's a huge fan of Drew Holiday, saying, you know, Drew's still a guy with so much potential. You just don't see that many point guards with his kind of frame. 6'4", close to 2 bills, and a great skill set to match. He's a guy you love to watch, but you often hate to go up against. Kevin, we'll see if he can have a big impact in this one.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Bridges. Hits the three-point down.
That's like a layup. That's wide open.
Boston's down 4-2 from deep here. Right up top. Defended by Bridges. Gets it to go.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Rebound Boston. Throws it up high, and Brown throws it down hard.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Here's Bridges after the made shot from Brown. Buckets hits. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. On the wing run. Here's Porzingis. And fouls hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, Kevin, he's got such a great focus as a shooter. And he's a very frustrating player to guard because unless you actually block his shot, you are not going to get in his head and affect him.
And he's also one of those guys who just seems to be able to take it up a few notches when there's a game to be won late in the fourth quarter. In other words, he's at his best at winning time.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
A lot of high hopes for the Knicks in last year's playoffs. They started off so hot, but then let the series against Boston drag on, and eventually went to 7 games, and they fell to the Pacers in the second round after that.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. And the Boston series did drag out, you could tell. You wonder if they were a bit fatigued going into that Pacers series. Steve, Indiana just outplayed him, outworked him in every way in the second half.
Yeah, I think it was a factor, Kevin, and really the Knicks have only themselves to blame. They had Boston down 3-1 in a home game to close it out, but they couldn't get it done. And there's no doubt that affected them against Indiana in the next series.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
That's to Bridges. Here's Townsend. Takes it off the glass.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Now here's White. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Tatum, defended by Hart. Count that one. New York's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Bridges. Some nice passing by New York here. Down low. Thomas. That is good. The clock has seen the wind change in. That's part of it.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Holiday with the 3. Shot is off. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Bridges. Brunson guarded by Holiday. From past the arc, and the shot is good. He's got 5.
That defense is just not going to cut it. They have to get a hand in his face.
Outside right. There's the screen. Goes up the baseline. No good.
Using his strength nicely there to ensure the rebound. Good work.
Hart the pass to Bridges. 3-pointer. No good from Hart. Celtics trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Holiday with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Fade away. It's rebounded by New York.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
There's the pass to Bridges. Here's Hart. Offensive rebound.
Wonderfully instinctive play right there. Just where that rebound is going, it becomes an easy 2 for them.
Well, Clark, maybe they've had too many easy buckets tonight.
Well, it's something that needs to change. I mean, they should not be getting all these easy dunks off offensive putbacks.
Al Horford is checked in for Boston. Celtics trail by 6. Outside Holiday. And again, unable to change momentum here. New York's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Passes it to Bridges. There's the dish to Robinson. Pass to Bridges. And there's the pass to Hart. Pulls it from the elbow. And again, it's New York.
He's got a quick trigger from that range, and he senses that the defense is backed off.
Tatum, defended by Hart. Back to Horford. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down. Last season, I think, officially brought the immediate championship aspirations of the Celtics to a close. The 7th seed in the East, dispatched in the first round by the Knicks. The rebuild was on in full sight.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, buddy.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Now, here's Holiday. He hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure will change. And back to the Celtics, making the playoffs, sure, but, not like Steve back in 08 or 2010.
Well, this has been a phenomenal era with KG and Pierce that is now a thing of the past. But look, they've hoisted a championship banner very close to each other. But it's just time to move on, and that's just the way it is in the NBA. These things go in waves, and the Celtics now in rebuilding mode.
So it's the Celtics now. The Knicks making the shot. Horford gets to Holiday. The Celtics working the ball around now. From 17 feet out. No good. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
This is really ugly, guys. I mean, you can't get anything to go.
Robinson.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensation. That's a good word for it.
And Holiday, here we go. Takes the lead pass. Won it. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
With that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Kicks it to Robinson. McBride. Here's Panoga. And too long on the shot.
Would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the high eyebrows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too.
Good.
Drop that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
He feeds it to Robinson. From down in the low post, it goes.
An awful lot of energy. They're getting a lot of offensive rebounds. It's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
And Holiday kicks to Richard. Back to Holiday. Lets it fly from 18. Again, the Celtics good for two.
Gets that to go, but it's been a bumpy ride so far. Just 1 of 5 for him overall.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first. Here's Robinson. The shot no good. And it's Boston the other way. And here's Holiday. Holiday off a bit from Horford. Holiday goes in. He got right to the cup using that screen. Now just a 5-point New York lead. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And the offensive rebounds leading to second chance points.
Yep, Kevin, and they have 6 in this quarter. And you know what? That's always a good sign in terms of a team that's focused and energetic. I mean, when you can get to that offensive glass, you're doing some work.
Evans checked in for the Knicks. We've got 1:08 left in the first. Here's Boone. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Hits the bucket.
Doing a great job here. Able to create some second chance points with their extra effort and hustle.
Outside Holiday. The feed to Horford. Backing down. That is good. Horford's got 5 now.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
And so it's New York with it. It's a 5-point game.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Guarded by Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Holiday goes in. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look. He just lost his focus.
He had all the space he needed.